Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So, we are on Fisherman's Bay and the infamous KV-5. Um, reason I wanted to show this replay is because the KV-5 has had the same penetration since day one. Crappy. Standard pen, it's 167. Premium bumps you up to 219. Now the first round I shoot out of this one is a APCR round, and it's by habit. If you want to make any kind of credits with this, you really want to shoot standard rounds. Obviously, that's in any tank. But unfortunately, with 167 pen, and you're going to see it in a little while, I have to switch over to premium rounds to actually pen the WZ-120 WZ-120-1 FT, which stands for fake tank. Yeah, so my premium round shot and missed anyways. So the frontal armor on that, you can see the round, how fast it comes out of the barrel there. It's not that good. That with AP rounds are usually a lot. Well, I don't say a lot slower than your APCR rounds, but your velocity on your APCR, you don't have to lead the targets as much. But if you want to make any kind of credits with this, or any premium tank, you want to shoot standard rounds. But you're going to see there's two things with the KV-5. One, when anything has any kind of frontal, even decent frontal armor, 167 pen is not going to go through it, no matter where you shoot. And you'll see me hit them in this. I was getting frustrated. I was shooting them. I ended up starting to shoot them with premium rounds, and premium rounds weren't even going through the guy's front. So standard rounds, yeah, they're not going to go through his front. But even with the premium rounds, I was getting frustrated because I couldn't pen them no matter where I shot them. I tried upper left plate, mid plate, right where it has your V on the upper part of the V for his front. His lower plate, could not pen him to save my life from the front. I mean, I've got tier 5s, I think. I'm pretty sure 5s. It might be 6s that have actually better penetration with the standard and premium round than this tier 8 tank. And then they, Wargaming will say, well, it's because it's got such phenomenal armor. We gotta kind of balance it out by giving it a crappy gun. It doesn't matter what kind of armor these things have. They just press 2 and go right through you anyways. So, a lot of people, when you see them play the KV-5, will run it backwards. Because, on the front of this, you've got these two hatches, which are both weak spots, and on the rear, obviously, they're not there. So a lot of people look at it as if, well, I'll run it backwards, then I don't have two weak spots here that you're almost guaranteed to pen, whereas the armor in the back of this is pretty darn good, and so they run it backwards, and then they don't have those big weak spots. I don't like to run it backwards. I've done it before. The problem I run into trying to do that is it seems like they either knock my engine out every time, or they ammo rack me, or excuse me, catch me on fire. Not ammo rack me. They knock my engine out and usually catch me on fire. So it costs me more to run it backwards than it would to be just run it forward and try and wiggle, and hopefully they miss those two hellaciously huge hatches. But I really feel that Wargaming needs to give the KV-5, if they want to keep selling it like they are in the store, they need to buff the pen up on it so that you can actually penetrate stuff and make credits with it. Because the way it sets right now, due to power creep on everything, the gun is just way subpar. The armor is doable. I mean, you can play it right and just you'll see me get tracked a couple times, bounce a couple of rounds, but the gun is just, it's depressing, to say the least. I just took a blind shot into that bush due to the fact that no one was coming through the city, really. But that Black Prince was over here, so I figured somebody's got to be down there besides the Black Prince. And a lot of times they set right in that bush right over here in spot. So, as you can see, I'm trying to shoot standard rounds, because obviously I want to make credits. So I come around here, I get the first shot. I could not freaking believe I missed this shot. I wiggled my mouse on accident, and the round, I have no clue where the round even went. But they still hadn't seen me, so I was getting some beautiful side shots on them. This is where I could not pen this guy. I pen him once right now in the lower plate, but he repositions, and I start just bounce, 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 bounce. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you flipping gotta be kidding me. I was shocked when I hit that E25 through the wall with a standard round. I mean, the E25 has absolutely no armor. Yeah, so here comes the arty rounds. But to get a shot on him without having a good aim at him, I was really surprised. That thing is small. So at this time, the WZ-120, I'm like, where the hell did this guy go? You know, he was last spotted, and then I see him, and I'm thinking, great, I'm going to tune this guy up. And he just gets it turned sideways in time. So basically what I'm doing is, since what I should have done, God bless America, trying. There we go. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Okay, there we go. God darn it, there we go. So, he shot me and just took my track off. What I'm trying to do is, well, what I should have done is probably tried side scraping out that building right there, but the Black Prince was right down there, so I figured he's just going to come out and start shooting me in the side. So I figured I'll angle it and hopefully get him to miss that commander's hatch. You can see already has been penned. Somebody did bounce one round on it, but try and just wiggle it back and forth and hopefully make him miss and just hit my track. So we're with standard rounds now, and you'll see me aiming. Lower plate, bounce, and he bounces because I start backing up. You don't want to sit still. You want to kind of wiggle back and forth. I try the left side of his superstructure and bounce, and so now I switch over to premium rounds, lower plate, and I'm not sure 100%. That might have hit right on the V where the front, lower, and upper piece meet, but basically that tank destroyer, I think it's got like 90 millimeters of frontal armor. It might be 100, but yeah, he bounced several rounds from this. And I come out and start bouncing premium rounds on this, what is it, Black Prince, right? Yeah. He's got a good angle on it, though. I'll give him credit. He knew what he was doing. So I got to get into the front, shoot him in the side, takes his track off, and no damage. So basically, I was just going to push him off into the water, but end up getting a nice shot and take him out. So, yeah, I feel that the KV-5 just definitely, I don't have the post-game stats, I do apologize, but I really feel that this tank really needs some love in the gun. Not really too much in gun handling. The aim time's pretty good. Dispersion's pretty good. It's just the penetration that completely blows. Like I said, they've never buffed the gun on this. It's always been 167 standard, and what was it, 217 for the premium? I can't look at it. I'm pretty sure it is. See if I can do this before. So hit that, and oh, I'm on the wrong one. 219 for the premium. So it's never got a buff on the penetration with all these defenders and STRV S1s with 299 standard round pen and 225 I think it is on the defender for the standard round. I mean, come on, at least buff it to 200 or 203. The gun on this thing definitely needs some love for the penetration. Excuse me. Otherwise, the armor is pretty good, other than if somebody doesn't pen you, they just hit number 2 and then just go through you anywhere they shoot. So, everybody knows how that goes. So anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope you guys agree with me that this thing definitely needs a penetration buff. But if you liked the video, please click the like button down below and subscribe to the channel. You guys take it easy, be safe, and I will see you